In the far future, a spaceship called the Borealis is flying through space. It's a mining ship on a mission. Suddenly, a huge piece of rock crashes into the ship. The impact causes a massive explosion, and the ship begins falling rapidly toward a strange planet. As everything breaks apart, escape pods shoot out in different directions. One of the pods crashes into the ground. Inside it is Andy Ramirez, a miner. He's alive but badly shaken. He's wearing a full survival suit with a talking computer embedded in it, named Leonard. The suit warns him to escape from the pod, which is about to explode. He breaks the windshield, but as he tries to get out, the pod becomes unstable and rolls over. A piece of glass from the broken windshield accidentally cuts his suit, causing it to leak oxygen. Andy quickly seals the tear using a special spray. Leonard informs him that his oxygen levels are critically low. Andy finally manages to climb out. He looks around and sees that the planet is harsh, the ground is sharp and rocky. The sky is dark red, and storm clouds are rolling in. In the distance, he watches helplessly as his ship crashes and is destroyed in a massive explosion. The blast is so powerful that the shockwave throws him backward. Andy now knows he needs help fast. He slowly gets up, checks his suit and tries to contact someone. The air is toxic, so he can't survive without his suit. As he speaks to Leonard, he notices a shining object in the distance. When he gets there, he finds another crashed pod. He quickly checks for oxygen but finds the bag inside is broken. From that location, he spots another shiny object and heads toward it. He finds another person, who had also crashed. The survivor, Dwayne, is trying to build a transmitter to send a signal for help. Just as they are about to send the signal, a strange spider-like creature grabs Dwayne. Andy doesn't notice what's happening in time but manages to hit the button and send the signal. As he walks away, strange noises echo through the rocks. He decides to keep moving toward the fallen spaceship to find more oxygen. Andy activates the radio in his suit. After a while, he hears a weak voice. It's Naomi Calloway, another survivor. She's trapped inside her pod, and her leg is pinned. She doesn't have much oxygen left either. Andy decides to go find her. She gives him directions over the radio. He follows the signal through cliffs and rocky paths. As he moves, he comes across a deep hole covered in webs. That's when he realizes they are not alone on this planet. There are spider-like creatures hunting them. He keeps walking, but senses something is following him. He hides, and from his spot, he sees the spider-like monster clearly. He panics and starts running. The creature jumps at him but misses, and Andy falls off a cliff. The monster continues to chase him. Andy jumps again to reach a lower ledge. This journey is anything but easy. His oxygen is running out, and monsters are everywhere. As he speaks to Naomi over the comms, they suddenly hear Dwayne calling for help. Andy rushes to him, but before he can reach him, one of the creatures kills Dwayne right before his eyes. He watches in horror as the monster tears Dwayne apart. Andy hides beside a pod. The creatures begin breaking open the pods, searching for any survivors. They almost find Andy, but he hides just in time inside one of the pods. Naomi devises a plan to help Andy escape. As he runs, the creatures pursue him. He reaches an area where the creatures suddenly stop following him. It makes him wonder why, but he doesn't care. He keeps moving forward. He comes across strange glowing flies. They attack him, but he manages to escape. Naomi continues guiding him, when suddenly a monster emerges from below the ground and begins swallowing him. Andy commands Leonard to activate the defibrillator. The shock jolts the monster, forcing it to spit him out. Andy takes the opportunity to escape and finally reaches Naomi's location. By now, Andy's oxygen is nearly gone, but he keeps moving. Finally, he finds Naomi's escape pod. She's inside, her leg injured, but she's alive. She opens the pod and lets him in. She connects their suits and shares her remaining oxygen with him. Andy begins to breathe better and then helps her free her trapped leg. The moment they step out of the pod, they are surrounded by the spider-like creatures. They run toward the wreckage of the Borealis. They get stuck on the way, but Naomi uses her weapon to shoot into the sky, creating a distraction. The creatures chase after the noise, giving them a chance to reach the ship. One of the creatures nearly grabs them as they try to lock the door behind them, but they close it just in time, slicing the monster in half. Inside, they catch their breath, thinking they are finally safe, but then they see another monster already inside the starship, spitting out the remains of a survival suit. It had already swallowed someone. They hide as it wanders away. Just when they think the danger is over, another creature drops from above. They run and lock themselves in a secure room. That's when they realize this type of lock can only be opened from the outside. They're trapped. The monster outside begins slamming into the door, trying to break in. Andy and Naomi get emotional, believing these may be their last moments. They hugged out, then Naomi sees something, the same glowing fly from before. She realizes the creatures fear them. They use the fly to lure the monster away, buying them enough time to escape. As the creature chases the fly, Naomi uses a flare to draw its attention, while Andy prepares a trap with a suspended escape pod. As Naomi runs, Andy thinks of his family and hopes his plan works. At the perfect moment, he releases the pod. It crashes down and kills the monster. Andy is knocked unconscious. Naomi fears he's dead, but he wakes up. They stand side by side, looking through the starship's glass. They smile faintly, unsure what tomorrow holds, but hoping for survival and rescue.